Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to take a look at some Jeskai Synthesizer, mostly because there was a moment where Synthesizer was a really well played card, very popular, and it sort of fell off, and it's still going to be standard legal. And I've seen a few different versions of these come across the ladder. I tried to do a little bit of a deep dive to figure out where these lists were coming from, and the best I could find is it looked like a version of this was played by Ashlizzle sometime a couple weeks ago. But other than that, I couldn't really find anything, so I'm sure there's some other options out there people will tell me about, but this is the version we're going to play today. So we have 4 Novus Inspector, just a way to get some extra cards, help us dig to what we want. Playing some Spyglass Siren, because while this does make an artifact, it can be a way for us to dig a little bit, get the lands that we need. Playing a couple 3 steps ahead can obviously be the counterspell, but honestly, what I like about this is we can copy one of our tokens, or artifacts I should say, so generally we can copy a synthesizer, which isn't too bad. We have spring-loaded saw blades. This is a way just to remove some attackers, or really just a tapped creature, or however it becomes tapped. We have staunch crewmate that can help us dig for our artifacts. Also Legion Extruder, which I'm a big fan of. Y'all know I love this card. I've played it in probably like 5 or 6 different decks already. Cryptic Coat, which gets us another 3 mana artifact here, which is kind of nice because you want to have 3 mana artifacts with Simulacrum. Speaking of which, if you don't know what the Simulacrum Synthesizer is, it comes into play, you get to scry 2, and then every time you have an artifact with mana value 3 or more enter the battlefield, you make a construct that's equal in size to the number of artifacts that you have. Also have some Assimilation Aegis as a removal card, and then we can eventually equip some of our creatures to make them turn into whatever we've removed with this, but most importantly, it's an artifact that costs 3. We're also playing some Steel Seraph because, well, we need a little bit of life gain here. We are playing some Pain lands to make this work. This is also a 3 mana artifact, which works perfectly. Late game, it's a big 5/4 creature. It checks a few different boxes for us. And alongside that, we're playing some Skitter Beam Battalion. Can be 3 2/2s or a pile of 4/4s later in the game, which obviously works really well with Simulacrum Synthesizer because each copy also makes another construct. So you kind of see how these all fit together. I think there's a few different cards we could play. I did consider like Urbrass Forge and a few other things, but we're going to go with this and see how it works today. And as a reminder, this deck is rotation ready. So if you want to build this, you don't waste any wild cards, you'll be able to play this deck well into the next season. And I'm going to have a playlist linked here that you can download a bunch of other decks if you want to check those out. And don't forget, this deck list you'll be able to download directly from Moxfield, a channel sponsor, so you can check them out. And you can just try this deck for yourself. For now, though, let's go see if Simulacrum makes enough big monsters to run down the opponents. Ooh, we got a mulligan this one. We'll keep this, get rid of this. We'll see how this works out. We might just be drawing a card next turn. We'll see, though. Coffiny Scam. Okay, now that we don't need to draw land next turn, I think I'm going to kill Scamp. This allows us to still hold on to our Novus Inspector. If we need to, we can make a 3/3 on their turn. We can counter something. Alright. Wasn't expecting that to be the card there, though. Oddly. Okay, we'll pass. Oh, gosh. That guy? Gross. Alright, I guess I'll counter that. Was not expecting to see a big 6/6. That's a real problem. That was definitely not on my bingo card. Simulation Aegis will work. I don't think we need the other land there. Though, Arena, you didn't have to tap. Oh, I guess it would have been a damage either way. Never mind. Alright, think I'm just going to attack here. And I'll just chump off something probably. Who knows? Maybe there's another Hammer Skull. I have no idea. Alright, am I dying to Cacophony Scamp being flung at me or something? Oh, we're going to fight something? Dire Flail. They give it haste? And that gives +2/+0. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. Though we do have to worry about Scamp being a 3/3. That's not something we like. But we do get a big body to go with, and that's kind of okay. I think I'm still going to get rid of Scamp here. Much as I want to get rid of a 4/4. I think this just keeps anything silly from happening to us. Yep, that's going to do it. This looks fine. I mean, we get to play Staunch Crewmate. Doesn't do much for our mana situation, but maybe helps us find something to set up. Nope. Oh, there was 3 lands in there too. Though, I'm thinking about it now. Maybe I need to have at least 1 or 2 of the mana artifacts. We'll see, though. Alright, playing against black, it's probably safe to just do this. Neither of these are great for what we're doing, but I will keep a Legion Extruder. Just in case. Alright, attacking. I'll go ahead and play this. Why not? Alright. They can wipe out everything that costs 2 or less. Oh, it's a Bloodletter of Aclazotz. Well, I guess I have to leave mana up now. We attack with everything. We could play a Legion Extruder. Okay. I don't think they're blocking here. I have to assume they're setting up for the 2-card combo. Just make us lose half our life twice. That's the only thing that makes sense here. Yeah, so they're not even blocking. Alright, we'll just end the turn. Alright. I mean, they know that we possibly have a counter, but, like, they're kind of priced into a situation to just go for it. Yeah, of course. We knew it was coming. Like, why would it have been anything else, right? And now they have to block. Okay. Knowing that they have to block, we're just going to attack. Alright, that all resolves. And then we just shoot them for 2. I say we could kill Bloodletter, but, you know, this ends the game. Oh, boy. Yeah, I guess we'll keep. I mean, even a 3rd land isn't enough. Maybe I should have mulliganed this, actually. Because we need more than even just a 3rd land. You know what? I'm actually going to take Spyglass Siren. Mostly because there's more scenarios where I could, like, play Siren and Extruder, or play Siren, leave mana up for Spring-Loaded Saw Blades, and it could possibly draw us deeper to a land. Another Okiba Reckoning Raid. Alright, cool. And a Scamp. That is unfortunate. Because I don't want to have to waste this. I guess we'll attack first. Because once I kill the Scamp, I was going to say I'm losing the crewmate anyway. So that's fine. That actually works. I feel like that's the least of what could have happened to us. So I'm kind of okay with it. I don't think I'm using that this turn. So let's go ahead and see if we can dig right now. Novus Inspector. You know what? I'll take that. Face down, Duder. That's probably going to be bad for us, huh? Let's play this. And then we just pass, I guess. It's probably just a big rat under there, I bet. Could be the 6-2 guy, maybe. You know what? Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Oh, it's that guy. Okay. Sure. I almost double blocked a different one just to see, but nah, that did not work out. That land is also not our friend here, unfortunately. Alright, well, gotta kill one of these. Just so we have a chance to block. And we may not even if they just kill our creature, attack us. They can get 7 damage in here if they want to. Obviously, we'll double block here. Alright, I assumed at this point it was another one. So we go down to 4. And now do we get burned out? It's very possible. Another face down duder. Okay. Alright, cool. You got us. Like, didn't have much going on that game. This is a keeper. Damage lands are a little rough. But that's fine. I think, though... Yeah, I just don't think I can be attached to these spring-loaded saw blades. Every version I've seen has played these against me, but I really just want them to be get lost. Because I feel like I don't have to wait for a creature to tap. Like, I can just kill whatever I need to. Get rid of random enchantments as necessary. Like, I'm just not feeling it. And to be fair, the card's very likely just much better than I'm giving it credit for. Just in my experience, hasn't worked out for me the way I want. Good for budget building, though. I will say that. As an example, I can't kill Virtue of Strength with a spring-loaded saw blades, but I would like to. Granted, they're not going to play it for several turns, but still. Okay, I guess we can get rid of Nissa next turn, maybe? Alright, attacks. I have a Spire Bluff Canal under there. Which could have been nice for some non-damage lands, but we'll be okay. I think. Alright, so no Nissa this turn. But it does mean they can Nissa plus 2 mana potentially next turn. Okay, that's not bad, right? Go ahead and play this. And then we kind of get 2 options. If they sweep the board, we can just return Cryptic Code. If they don't, then we can just draw a card. Okay. Still looks like no Nissa, which I would expect to have seen Nissa here. But this could also be Tortoise. Oh, it's an Honest Rudstein. Yeah, no lies. Didn't see that coming. Alright, well, not sure what the opponent's setting up. But I'm going to get rid of this dude. And just play this tapped. Opponent's at 11. I mean, we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Technically exactly lethal. And again, Saw Blades, like, we can't get rid of a blocker if they play something here. Whereas if this was Get Lost, we could just kill a thing and then just go to town. But we can't really do that here, so just gotta work with what we got, I guess. Though, here's a fun thing. Because we can turn something into an Honest Redstein, if we get an untapped land... Oh, I was going to say, we could actually, like, put the counter on... Or move this over and then play a cheap Skitter Beam, which would have been hilarious. But here we do 3, 4, 5. We can go 6, 7, but then we don't have the 2 mana to return this. So I'm just going to go with this. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. If they want to cut down our Novice Inspector, and like, so be it. Alright. Let's attack. Alright, end the turn. The opponent's now at 5, so Skitter Beam Battalion is lethal next turn, even if they do get rid of the board here. Which might be coming. Yep, we'll go ahead and just return this for sport. So their deck was ramping, but interesting. So they would have had an Honest Redstein to make a deadly cover-up? Yeah, I don't know what was going on here. But the spring-loaded Saw Blade's just been dead this whole time. Hopefully you can't kill one of these. Alright. Okay, let's keep it. I'm just going to go here and take some damage for a couple turns. I'm not drawing anyway, so at least maybe I get to attack for 1 here. Otherwise, I just play Anchorage tapped, and I'm just playing 2 Novice Inspectors on the following turns. Alright, that does open up a 3rd land next turn, which is nice. The only time I see this on turn 1 is when this is the Haughty Djinn type deck, and that looks like that's what this is. So, let's get our attacks on. And then we'll let them counter their first spell, because their deck's just loaded with counters. That's why they play it. Oh, they did not have it this time. Interesting. Auguries. Okay. We might win with just a Cryptic Coat. I say that. They could tap out to bounce it here, I guess, but not that concerning, all things considered. Yeah, we'll just attack. I mean, they can't block it. End the turn. Alright, consider it again. Why do I feel like something wild that's not even Haughty Djinn's about to happen to us? I already have 3 things in the yard. That resolves. Still 3 things in the graveyard. Lots of lands and pranksters flipped. Alright, you got 2 pranksters. Fortunately, we're winning the damage race for the time being, and they don't even want to attack. Okay. Sure. That's it? Yeah, y'all, while Spring-Loaded Sawblade is an artifact, I'm just not feeling it. Like, Novice Inspector, Siren, they both make artifacts. The Extruder's an artifact, the Coat's an artifact. Like, everything else being artifact makes me feel like I am okay if our tokens we make are like 1 power toughness less. I think these should just be get lost. I think there's too many times, like even in that game, I had Saw Blades in hand, but I was never going to be able to get rid of the fairies because they were vigilant, right? So I'd rather just be able to hit one, get some more attacks in, maybe, depending on the scenario. But also having the option of getting rid of not artifacts, but enchantments that we can't really do right now. And I guess Planeswalkers, you know, that's a bonus as well. But I think we're going to go with just the get lost in here and play the ranked games. And I think that's going to serve us better. Especially here if you're playing this now against the non-rotation decks, because there's still stuff like the domain decks, right, that are playing ley lines, that something like the Saw Blades would be pretty much dead against, right? Because they don't even really have creatures except for the 3/4 Angel that you'd be able to kill. You can't kill Atraxa, you can't kill the Dinosaur, right? The 4/4, which won't be standard legal anymore. But yeah, I think for now, I think the Get Lost are going to be the way to go. Ugh, can't keep that. This we can keep. Probably putting back the crewmate, I think. Though, you know, it could be argued that maybe I should keep the crewmate. I think that's a better choice, actually, because then I could find something to maybe play with the turn after Synthesizer. I don't know. It's close, I guess, depending on what we think we're going to be up against. This obviously is better against, like, mono red or something. We can block more things. But I think, generally speaking, the crewmate's probably the right choice. Pass the turn, I guess. We're really not the aggressor here. Oh, well, usually when I see this, I think there's going to be, like, roots coming, and I thought I was going to get to use this. That gets bigger for a number of things in your graveyard, right? Okay. Well, that didn't quite work the way I wanted. Let's go ahead and draw a card. Okay. We'll play this. And then we'll just wait and see what happens. Ooh, Extruder. This is till end of turn, so that's not permanent. We definitely don't want the land, but I'm thinking I might want Extruder. Yeah, okay, sure. Why not? One creature in graveyard. There's about to be a lot more, I bet. It's probably like a mulch or something, whatever the equivalent is. Varmints. Nice. All right, I like what the opponent's doing here. I can appreciate this. Put a bunch of stuff in the graveyard. Hit them with the Varmints. Like, I got it. All right, let's go ahead and kill this 2/2 while we can. I mean, this does make Varmints make 2 2/1s, I guess. But that's fine. They're going to make creatures one way or the other. Pass the turn. I mean, I guess I could have waited to counter Varmints, but nah, that's not what we're doing. We're not in that line of work. Ooh, okay. That's a thing that happened. Sure? I guess. A little weird, but that's a big hit. Do we want to kill something here? I think we block. We kill this, take... Yeah, that's 3, 4, 5. I think we just take it. No, we're going to take 7 anyway. Yeah, I think I kill this. Against my better judgment. Just take 5 or 4 instead of 7. And then we do have some trickery up our sleeve here. We can potentially just copy our Synthesizer if we don't want to counter the Varmints, even though there are like 4 creatures in the graveyard now. So we're probably going to be copying Varmints, I imagine. Or countering Varmints. But I don't know, like, that's 4 creatures without haste. But I do like what they're doing, playing like Recruiter with the Varmints. I see where they're going. I mean, do we just let them have 4 2/1s? I don't think we can. I want to, but I don't think we can. As much as I want to copy our Synthesizer here. We at least have 5 mana, so we can do this. So I'm not worried about... If they have another dude, I'm not worried about the Recruiter. I like their game plan, though. I really do. I like what they're doing. It's kind of cool. Twin shot. Shoot us for 2. Alright. This is kind of a creative deck. Even the twin shot sniper, because it's like, you can discard it, shoot you for 2, it adds to the graveyard to get you more stuff for the varmints. Like, I like the game plan. Ooh, can we just do this for 6? They have varmints coming, but those won't have haste. Yeah, I'm just going to go big here. I mean, not that it matters, but... Alright. I mean, I'll at least have a 3-3, even if they kill our Seraph. I'll see, if it wasn't for Twin Shot Sniper, their deck would be pretty close to being rotation ready as well, right? It's kind of cool. That's something I may think about building. Share 70, you have a really sweet idea going, friend. I am all about it. We can attack for 5, go to 13. We can make a 3-3 to block something. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Man, if that is another recruiter though, or yeah, Imodane's recruiter. Do we just die? Because then we have to block recruiter, token, take 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, we'd be at 1? I mean, I guess we could kill recruiter and make a guy. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just give this lifelink. Alright, end the turn. So they could have something else and a recruiter, though. That's going to make the math a little more difficult. Okay, there's a recruiter. Hopefully it's not recruiter. Because that would be bad. Oh, is it? Okay. That's not the worst thing so far. Turn that into a body. And we will go... Block. And that's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Those are our blocks to start with. Oh, they have nothing. Alright, then let's kill this guy. Alright, so we shouldn't die to a random burn spell here. Okay, cool. Oh, that gives something trample next turn, too. Oh, they're putting it in the yard, though. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what they're digging for. There's another recruiter. They're going to keep that. Is that a 1-mana thing in hand? Oh, it's a land. Oh, we drew the best thing we could have drawn here. Heck yeah. There we go. Right, we're keeping, and we're just going to hope for the best. Alright. This is going to be a little tough, because we're going to have to try to sneak... Like, I think if we stick the synthesizer, we'll probably be okay. You know, like, famous last words and all that, but... Maybe it's the thing we're looking to do. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Because this is kind of my backup plan. Like, if they leave mana up, and I don't think we can resolve the synthesizer, then we'll just resign ourselves to, during their end step, we'll just start turning artifacts into 3/3s. And then maybe the turn after they sweep the board, we'll try to play the synthesizer. I think is what we're going to be relegated to here. But I'm kind of okay with that, all things considered. End the turn. They'll probably just draw a card here. Oh, they're going to Siphon Insight. That sucks for us, because we have quite a few things they could use. Fortunately, no real board sweepers or anything in our list. So, that's good. None of our own stuff hurts our stuff, but they're just cards that are generally good if they get them. Especially if they get like a Steel Seraph or a Cryptic Coat, as an example. Cryptic Cryptic Coat goes back to the owner's hand, though, which is kind of funny. I don't mind that. And this also gives us an opening to get our synthesizer down. So that's interesting. Alright. I mean, they might just sweep the board or something. I don't know. Ooh, synthesizer to follow up with the synthesizer next turn. I like that. We'll just attack. Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that. That is shoot the sheriff under there. All right. Ooh, a Skitter Beam Battalion. But realistically, none of these are really that good for us. We need more mana. I will take it 3 steps ahead. Just because that can be good down the road. But we're likely just playing another synthesizer here. And then if they sweep the board, we'll follow with a Steel Seraph. So we at least have a little bit of a plan here. End the turn. Yeah, you get one of our cards. That's fine. Scariest thing they could get probably is either Steel Seraph or Skitter Beam Battalion. And that's not the worst thing. It is unfortunate they got our Cryptic Coat, though, because that is actually useful in this matchup. Alright. Make a Deuter. I mean, I'm sure they have multiple ways they can kill it, but that's fine. Also remember that if they just go to spot kill your 3-3, you can just turn it into another 3-3. We've been stuck on mana, I just realized, this whole time. But we're still in it, so I can't be too upset. Oh, opponent's going to give us a Cryptic Coat? Thanks, opponent. I don't know if that's going to help us down the road, but I ain't mad they gave it to us, let me tell you. Alright, obviously this will get countered, right? But I actually don't mind, because then we cast a synthesizer, and they didn't even have the counter! Wow. Ooh, we will keep this, for sure. Alright. Question in this game is, does Steel Seraph live? That's what this is going to come down to, realistically. Because, I mean, if Steel Seraph does its thing, we're gold, you know? And we're just going to kill a Novice Inspector for sport. I can respect it. Do I take a point here? I'm taking a point either way. So I'm not just... Am I just leaving mana up for a Get Lost? Yeah, probably. That's gross, but yeah. I mean, I could draw as well, but I don't think we're drawing here really either. Godric, that's what I want to be able to kill. That keeps a lot of damage off of us. Sucks that we give them those, but I am okay with it. Now, I will say, conversely what I was saying earlier, that's a situation where the Saw Blades would have actually been as good or better. So just want that noted, that I'm aware when I swap the Saw Blades. But that's a situation where they would have been better. So against Mono Red, I guess, you'll have more opportunities, because almost all their stuff taps to attack. Well, can't block that, Deuter. Guess I'll have to kill it with the Get Lost next turn. Man, just get a land, please. Jeebus. Alright, I'm still blocking. I mean, whatever. What do we do here? Kind of want to play Spyglass Siren. Really, I want to play the Steel Seraph, but... Alright, so this is 3, 4, 5, 6, possibly 7. If that was exactly... But if that was Lightning Strike, they just kill Steel Seraph anyway. I think I just do this. Pass the turn. Take a point to kill the Etchings of Kamano. then I have to take 2 points to play the Steel Seraph, but I can attack and get a point back. And then we just see what happens from there. Like, if 7 life keeps me alive or not. This is basically what happens here. Alright, here comes first hit. Ooh, and it is an actual creature. Swift Spear. And they're putting it in the yard. Wow. Wow. Okay, no blocks. Obviously, I can't block. Smartly saving it. I can respect that, opponent. Just saying, hey, if I put you to 6, you got to deal with this next turn, and I still have a Rage. Yeah, not even mad at him. That's well played, actually. All right, well, we're going to do what we can. See if that's a burn spell. Oh, I only have to take 1. I thought I had to take 2, actually. So I'm at 8. Give this lifelink. Oh, it's only a 2 damage spell. All right, cool. That's good. You have a Rage. What's the best thing you can get? If you got Godric, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're at 1, but that's all their mana. Be able to chump block with this, some of it. I don't think I can afford to. I think I just have to pass here. Oh, they're lightning striking us. Oh, they're just gambling on what's on top because we have to block anyway. Oh, no. What a sick hit. Hope that's just a land on top. Okay. Well, we have to block. We don't have a choice. Alright. So we take minimal damage, but man, that is bad that they had that on top. Conversely, we would have been dead the other way. So, I mean, I can only be so bothered, right? Let's draw. Actually, I should have waited to see if I can find an untapped land. Oh, that didn't work anyway. Difference of 1 and 0 is if they just hit a Kamano first, right? Alright. I'm in. If they have it, they have it. Like, oh, we bricked. We bricked. Yeah, we died to everything now. I mean, we're at 1. I mean, if you get anything, we're toast. There's nothing I can really do here. Let's draw a card. Does that help us? Kinda? Kinda? Alright, let's go ahead and just turn this into a 2/2. Simulacrum, I don't know if you're good enough, but I'll leave you on top. How do we win from here? We can't... They're just not going to not draw a burn spell this whole time, right? Alright. I mean, we die to, like, 15 cards they can draw. Alright, well, now we're just closer to dead. Because now I gotta grow the Siren. Actually, I guess I could block with the Anchorage. That's an option, but I have to take damage to do that. So I can't even do that, actually. Oh, boy. We are in rough shape here. Wow. I guess I do this? Alright. We have the Seraph. How do we... Alright. Pass a turn. I mean, if they have anything that gives that trample, we're also dead. Oh, well, yep. Can't block. Blue Spear. Yep. Oh, well, if you had a lightning strike this whole time, what were we doing? Like, geez, opponent. Alright, let's keep it. Oh, this is gonna be a bad hand in this situation. At least I have these. I could kill the problematic creatures if they pop up here. Yep, there's one of them. But not the one I'm really concerned about. So let's go ahead and pass. Alright, where are they at? That's also not one of them. But I bet you that's the next card. No. Okay, cool. That feels like we got away with a little something. Oh, there she is. Yep. Before we even get to all that action. I would have loved to have drawn a card there, but we'll work with what we got. Okay. We're at 14. We can straight up counter something. We can remove something with an Aegis. We Aegis into Ellis. Let them play something that they could gain the life off of, and then we just get lost next turn, maybe? We could get lost and draw a card. That's probably right. Pass the turn. Right, this feels a little better that they're not in a hurry to just play one of these other bodies. But they did find more land. Okay, so they can't play that one, and that'll come into play tap next turn. These also go away. I just realized that. They're not going to be standard legal anymore either. Interesting. Now, I don't know what that means, because they had something they could play there, and they chose not to play it. So I'm just going to play this Merrick's and pass. They might opt to just, like, kill our Inspector or something. Nope. Whatever it is not instant speed. Okay. Oh, well, that's a thing. But I would much rather just turn our creature into a Shieldred. So, sure, I'll take 2. Like, that feels way better. Yep, that works. Let's play this. We will hopefully steal a Shieldred next turn. And we'll just play this. I'll take a point, but what else? Alright, no attacks. And if we can get an untap land, we'll actually be able to even play 3 steps ahead. Oh, that's about to get annoying. Yep. Alright, good news is we can block at least. Alright, don't feel like I have much of a choice here, so we're going to go ahead and turn this into a Shieldred and pass, I believe. Going to kill our Shieldred now? Nope, there's going to take 2. Not that they can't afford it. There's a bitter triumph. Yeah, sure. And I'm going to go ahead and kill that. Alright. Oh, it's a tap land. Oh, well. Turn this into a duder. Pass the turn. Actually, what happened? Oh, later it would become a copy of this. We don't want to do that. Oh, well, I could draw a card in response too. So we could still gain 2 life. Alright. Nice. I feel like as long as I have their Shieldred, I'm going to be in okay shape. Alright. Interesting they opted not to keep that. Don't feel like we're in too crazy a shape here. We will take a synthesizer. Alright. Can you kill your Shieldred? Again. The answer might be yes. I mean, we're obviously going to block. Like, going to sweep the board? No. Not even. Okay. That does turn it into a flyer. And gain some life, so that's a real thing. Are these both solved? They are. Oh, no, they're not solved yet. Okay. Am I worried about them drawing anything here? I'm trying to think, like, this is the point in the game where you start trying to figure out how do we lose, you know? Oh, absolutely we'll take that. Yep, that'll do it. Okay, so this kind of comes down to whether you feel like you're going to play against mono red more or not, right? Because here's the thing, if you're going to play against mono red more, then I think you can go ahead and safely play the saw blades, and I think you're okay. If you are worried about playing against non-mono red decks, then I think you want to play Get Lost, right? It's just going to be better against planeswalkers, it's better against any of the creatures that have vigilance, good against stuff like instant speed, being able to kill something like Shieldred before they have a chance to gain life before you lose life, right? So things you can do with Get Lost you can't do with the Saw Blades. Or if your board gets kind of gummed up a little bit and your opponent doesn't want to attack, you can never kill the problematic creature. But again, if you're playing against mono red, then you don't have to worry about giving them a chance to pump their creatures with the map tokens. You can go ahead and just get rid of their stuff with the Saw Blades because they almost don't ever have anything with bigger than 5 toughness. So I get why people are playing the card, and it makes sense. But against the non-mono red matchups, I think I liked having the Get Lost. I really like 3 Steps Ahead. Being able to copy some of our stuff, whether it's like a cryptic code or a synthesizer, whatever, is kind of cool. Even copying like Assimilation Aegis can be reasonable too if you just want to like remove another creature, right? It acts as another removal card, which is kind of nice. Not only that, it acts as an instant speed removal on top of it, so that's kind of cool. Steel Seraph did what we thought. I wish I had room for more Steel Seraph, but I think unfortunately the only way to get around that would be to cut like a cryptic code at this point, and I don't think we really want to. The other thing too, if you don't have some of these cards like say Cryptic Coat, playing Urabrass Forge I think is a reasonable replacement, because it does make your creature every turn, it eventually becomes a problem for the control decks, and ultimately Cryptic Coat and Synthesizer are really good against the control matchups because you can survive sweepers for a long time, right? That's kind of also the benefit to an Urabrass Forge. It's just like progressively, like the longer it sits there, they're going to have a harder and harder time dealing with it. So that's something else to think about too if you need a card to replace that you already have somewhere. But, and when I decided I wanted to bring up the Forge so people can see it, knew what we were talking about. But I was going to say, I don't know if Forge is a superior card because it does take longer to get the same amount of damage in, right? Because if you play Forge, you attack for 1, it probably gets chump block or whatever. Whereas if you just play Synthesizer, you're already getting in for 3 the next turn, then 3 the next turn. That's already 6. It takes the following turn, that would be 9, and then after that, you're kind of caught up on Forge. So it's a little bit of give or take, right? Because you also have to leave mana open to be able to return the creature with the Synthesizer and whatever. So there's all that. So there's a lot to figure in there. But I do like the way this deck plays. I felt like it had decent comeback options. We beat some control decks, which was pretty cool. We lost a close one to mono red, but that was partially because we drew too many damage lands in that game, and I didn't have a lot of opportunity to get ahead by doing some other things I would have liked to have done. So that's a little bit tough. I mean, the only way we can really work around that is maybe cut a land or two to play a full set of the advantage, and maybe play a full set of the Spire Bluff Canal, and we can cut some of the damage out. But realistically, that's kind of like our only real out here. And I don't mind that, because once we get to turn 3, we're not often double spelling until like turn 5 or 6 anyway, so if our land on turn 4 comes into play tapped, probably okay. But yeah, other than that, it kind of did what we expected it to do. So I think this is the list we're going to post up here. It's 4 Novus Inspector, 3 Spyglass Siren, 2 3 Steps Ahead, 4 Get Lost, 4 Staunch Crewmate, 4 Extruder, 3 Cryptic Coat, 4 Synthesizer, 3 Assimilation Aegis, 2 Steel Seraph, 4 Skitter Beam Battalion. Lands, we have Plains, Island, Mountain, 4 Attica Waste, 2 Restless Anchorage, 4 Seachrome Coast, 1 Shivan Reef, 4 Spire Bluff Canal, 1 Battlefield Forge, 4 Inspiring Vantage, 1 Merrick's. I will say too, I've had some people ask like, why don't I show the lands in the beginning? Because 1, it doesn't matter because I'm probably changing them throughout the video. And 2, we always do this at the end of the video where we show everything and run down anyway. And another thing I've noticed in the beginning, when I used to do that, like people skip past that anyway. Not as many people care about the lands as you would think. They just want to, some people don't even watch the deck tech and they just want to watch the game. So it's more of a metrics thing more than anything else. But that said, I will also say if you're playing against the Boros Tokens deck, you do need to hit the early removal. So like the Get Lost, the Extruders or whatever, to buy you some time. Or if you're on the play, just hit Synthesizer, then try to get like a Steel Seraph or whatever, build up some blockers. If you can do that, you're probably okay. If not, that's going to be tough games anyway. So just one of those things you got to be aware of. But overall, the deck was a lot of fun. I will say though, if you want to see this other list that you can play that are rotation ready, I'm going to leave that playlist. I think it's still linked here in the video. So you can check out like the over 20 other decks we built that are already rotation ready. So you don't have to waste your wild cards. But also, if you want to see another sweet deck, we do actually have a Djinn list that used deserts. That was a whole hell of a lot of fun. I hadn't played it in a while and it was surprising. It was still really good and it's going to be rotation proof. So check that out. That's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.